In the opening scene, an elderly figure, Edna, stands amidst a perplexing setting, seemingly engulfed in a state of forgetfulness, gazing back in bewilderment. Abruptly, she vanishes from her home, leaving everyone puzzled about her whereabouts. Subsequently, Edna's daughter and granddaughter Sam receive the startling news of her sudden disappearance. Prompted by concern, Edna's daughter embarks on a journey from the bustling city to the serene wilderness, heading towards her mother's dwelling. Upon arrival, the closed door poses an enigma. How could it be shut from within if Edna was missing? Nonetheless, determined, they gain entry. Yet, Edna remains elusive, nowhere to be found. The state of the house amplifies the mystery. The pervasive presence of black fungus akin to a strange perfume, fruits decayed, and scattered papers adorned with cryptic writings. The neglect within suggests an untouched state, as though time had forgotten to grace the place with its cleansing touch. As she meticulously combs through the entire house, Edna's daughter discovers her mother's name scrawled amidst the chaos, prompting her to seek help from the authorities. At the police station, inquiries unravel. A gap of many weeks since their last conversation raises concern. The police, armed with a photograph of Edna, commence their search, urging anyone with information to come forward. Meanwhile, Edna's granddaughter, Sam, enters Edna's room to stow away some belongings. Within, she encounters a wardrobe resembling a storage chamber. Curiosity beckons her inside, where she encounters the same ominous black fungus adorning the walls, mirroring the house's haunting state. Despite this unsettling sight, she retreats. Soon after, Sam's mother arrives, raising practical concerns about Sam's job and the extensive leave she's taken. Sam reassures her mother, revealing a shift to an online job that provides flexibility, allowing her to sustain herself from home. Their conversation unveils a significant detail. They don't reside together. The following day, Sam, her mother, the authorities, and concerned neighbors venture into the jungle in a collective effort to locate Edna. Despite exhaustive efforts and searches, their quest proves futile, leading them back to the house empty-handed. Disheartened, Sam's mother initiates cleaning efforts upon their return. Later that night, Sam engages in conversation with Edna's neighbor, probing about any interactions with her grandmother and when they last spoke. The neighbor discloses a past connection, but admits to avoiding contact due to strict instructions from their father, urging them to steer clear of Edna and her residence. This revelation sparks astonishment in Sam, prompting her to delve deeper into the reason behind her father's cautionary advice. However, the neighbor abruptly leaves before providing further details. Sam, now intrigued, confides in her mother about Edna's peculiar behavior. Her mother reveals unsettling details. Edna had exhibited signs of forgetfulness and odd behavior, recounting a recent conversation with her own mother, where Edna expressed a haunting suspicion that someone had trespassed into her home. Sam's quest for answers led her to the neighbors, who dispelled the notion of any intruder, explaining that Edna often forgot to close the door herself, misconstruing it as an intrusion. This revelation baffled Sam, prompting her to confront her mother about why Edna hadn't been taken in despite her advancing age and apparent vulnerability. Sam questioned why her mother hadn't extended help despite Edna's role in her upbringing. Her mother's explanation centered on her own demanding work commitments, stating that caring for Edna would have been challenging given her busy schedule. Sam, deeply affected by this response, expressed her disappointment, highlighting how Edna had nurtured and raised her mother, only to be left alone when she needed assistance. Hurt by the conversation, Sam left abruptly. Meanwhile, in another room, Sam's mother was startled by an odd noise emanating from a wall, audible enough for Sam to hear from her location. Investigating the source, they discovered the rapid spread of the ominous black fungus on that particular wall. Sam's mother, troubled by the unsettling dream, found herself roused from sleep in the dead of night, overwhelmed by fear. Seeking solace, she sought refuge beside her daughter, Sam, finding comfort in her presence. As morning dawned, peculiar noises emanated from the kitchen, prompting Sam's mother to investigate, only to discover that the figure present was none other than Edna herself, miraculously returned. Relieved and overjoyed at Edna's safe return, Sam's mother's worries dissipated. However, her attempts to inquire about Edna's whereabouts were met with silence, leaving their questions unanswered. Sam arrived, exuberant to find her grandmother back home. Recognizing the need to notify the authorities of Edna's return and to ensure her well-being, and arranged for a doctor's evaluation. The doctor reassured her that Edna was physically unharmed, urging her to remain calm amidst the whirlwind of emotions and unanswered questions surrounding Edna's sudden reappearance. Edna's mysterious return brought both relief and concern. The doctor's examination raised questions about a peculiar mark on Edna's chest, to which she professed ignorance. Dismissing it as a minor issue, the doctor assured that it would heal in due time. Sam's mother, expressing concern for Edna's well-being due to her age and confusion, attempted to unravel the mystery behind her disappearance. However, Edna's repeated claims of not remembering anything, coupled with her deteriorating health, led Sam's mother to suggest allowing Edna some rest before further questioning. Sam prepared tea for Edna, who appreciated the gesture and reciprocated with a ring as a token of gratitude. Additionally, Edna presented Sam with a sketchbook adorned with her artwork, including a drawing of her son that brought immense joy to Sam's mother upon discovery. Amidst the sketches lay a drawing of a house, prompting Sam to inquire about its significance, leading to a revelation about it being the house of their grandparents. The family's discovery about their grandfather living alone and passing away due to an illness added a poignant layer to their understanding of the house's history. In homage to their grandfather's memory, they retrieved and placed a glass window from his former home onto their own door, fostering a connection to the past. However, tension escalated as Edna revealed her intention to explore an old age home for her mother. This proposition, tantamount to selling off the elderly, incensed Sam. Fuming with anger, she retreated to her room, distancing herself from the situation. Meanwhile, Edna's daughter laid down to rest, unaware of the unfolding events. In the midst of the night, Sam's attention was drawn outside where she witnessed a peculiar sight, Edna standing oddly beside a girl, seemingly brought from her grandfather's house. Alarmed, Sam guided the girl to a bed for the night, at Edna's behest. Edna expressed a sense of unease, claiming to feel a presence lurking beneath her bed. Responding to her distress, Sam checked under the bed, finding nothing amiss. The following day, Edna's daughter set out to find a suitable old age home for her mother. Despite discovering a seemingly ideal place, emotionally overwhelmed, she found herself shedding tears, torn between the practical necessity of the decision and her heartfelt reluctance to part with her mother. Meanwhile, Sam noticed a positive change in Edna's demeanor. To her surprise, Edna was joyfully dancing. Captivated by the infectious happiness, Sam joined in, and the two shared a lively dance, breaking the somber atmosphere. During their conversation, Edna revealed her loneliness, expressing a desire for companionship since a neighborhood boy had stopped visiting. In a heartfelt moment, Sam proposed the idea of staying with her grandmother, assuring Edna that it would bring them both happiness and alleviate her loneliness. Edna, initially skeptical due to Sam's absence from her mother, ultimately embraced the warmth of the suggestion, momentarily forgetting the complexities that had surrounded them. Edna's bewildering behavior intensified as she confronted Sam, mistaking her for a stranger and accusing her of theft, demanding the return of a ring she had gifted. Completely forgetting the gesture, Edna attempted to forcibly reclaim the ring from Sam, leaving her deeply unsettled. Sam, shaken by the incident, handed over the ring and hastily withdrew. Later, when Edna reverted to her usual self, she relayed a disoriented narrative to Sam's mother, alleging that Sam had been hostile toward her. However, Sam observed Edna standing fixated near a closet, claiming that something malevolent resided within, consuming both the house and herself. Despite Sam's attempts to reassure her grandmother, Edna remained steadfast in her belief. In a bid to uncover the truth behind Edna's unsettling behavior, Sam sought insights from the neighbor's son's father, recounting how Edna and the boy used to share playful moments. A disturbing incident surfaced where Edna had apparently locked the boy inside a closet during a game of hide-and-seek, leaving unanswered questions about Edna's past actions and their connection to her current state of mind. Locked inside the closet for several hours, the neighbor's son endured Edna's apparent neglect, eventually prompting his parents' decision to sever ties with her. Sam, now aware of this unsettling past incident, became increasingly curious about the closet. Upon investigating, she discovered a hidden passage inside, marking a crucial turning point in the unfolding mystery. Meanwhile, Sam's mother observed Edna venturing alone into the jungle and followed her discreetly. To her astonishment, she found Edna consuming and burying family pictures in the ground, a peculiar ritual driven by a fear of loneliness. Confronted by her daughter, Edna regressed into a childlike vulnerability, expressing her deep-seated fear of isolation. Moved by her mother's emotional turmoil, Sam's mother abandoned her plans of sending Edna to an old age home. Instead, she reassured Edna of their enduring companionship, pledging to stay by her side along with Sam. The newfound understanding and empathy bridged the gap between them, altering the course of their relationship and redirecting their path away from the old age home decision. Upon returning home and reflecting on her responsibility towards her mother in her old age, Sam ventured into the hidden passage. However, as she advanced, the path seemed to extend endlessly without a conclusion, prompting her to turn back. Yet, retracing her steps only led her back to the same starting point, realizing the confounding space was like an enclosed bubble. Now trapped within, Sam discovered notes left by Edna, who helped her a lot. It was revealed that during Edna's disappearance, she had been trapped within this mysterious space. This explained the voices Sam and her mother had heard, pleas for help that Edna had been unable to communicate clearly. As Sam ventured further, she noticed the passage narrowing as the walls began to collapse around her, forcing her to crouch as she moved forward. Simultaneously, Sam's mother attended to Edna's needs, aiding her in bathing. To their alarm, they observed the black mark on Edna's body had significantly expanded and continued spreading. Edna, tormented by the discomfort, attempted to relieve herself by scratching at it. Amid the unfolding chaos, Sam's mother was taken aback by Edna's sudden departure without explanation. Meanwhile, the open bathtub spilled water, seeping and spreading throughout the house. This water reached a heater, causing a short circuit that plunged the entire house into darkness. With no phone signal, and the ominous situation escalating, Sam felt a growing sense of fear and confusion, uncertain about how to escape this perplexing predicament. In a disconcerting turn, Edna's behavior once again shifted into an unsettling state of confusion. Forgetting everything, she menacingly confronted her own daughter with a knife, making ominous threats. Sam's mother, witnessing Edna's deteriorating physical appearance, her skin sagging, swiftly fled to preserve her safety. In her haste, she found herself back in the same bewildering space. As she ventured forward, she stumbled upon Sam. A heartfelt reunion between mother and daughter unfolded, the relief evident in their embrace. It became increasingly clear that this place was a labyrinth, prompting Sam's mother to take matters into her own hands, breaking down walls in an attempt to find an exit. In the midst of this endeavor, Edna reappeared in a bewildered state. The tense situation escalated as Sam's mother rushed to break through the wall and escape. However, Edna, in a frenzied state, pursued them aggressively. In a desperate attempt to protect her daughter, Sam's mother intervened, striking Edna's head with an iron pipe, causing her to collapse. As Sam's mother prepared to leave, she noticed the familiar glass window, reminiscent of her grandfather's house, triggering a flood of emotions. Recalling her grandfather's tragic demise, she resolved not to abandon her mother, as he had been left alone. Summoning immense courage, Sam's mother approached her mother, Edna, and with a determined resolve, removed a layer of skin from her face. To their horror, a dark entity, resembling a shadowy creature with a humanoid face and skeletal body, emerged from within Edna's skin. Sam's mom arranged Edna on the bed, lying beside her. Sam nestled behind her mom, akin to how her mom positioned herself near Edna. To their dread, a black mark akin to Edna's now adorned Sam's mother's neck, expanding worryingly. The fear lingered that she might suffer a fate similar to Edna's. Time passed, and a foreboding fungus began to grow on the door's window, echoing events from her grandfather's haunting past. It appeared that an entity had possessed both Edna and Sam's grandfather, consuming them from within before their demise. Now, following Edna's tragic end, a haunting possibility arose. The entity had shifted its influence to Sam's mother. The chilling pattern suggested an inevitable outcome, a grim echo of Edna's fate. If Sam's mother succumbed to the same black transformation, it seemed her fate would mirror Edna's tragic demise. This ordeal stemmed from the glass of the old house, acting as a cursed relic, plaguing their lineage with destruction through the malevolent entity. It became evident that this demon, devouring each generation, posed an imminent threat to Sam's mother, then possibly to Sam herself. And with this, the story of this film concludes.